Brickmaniacs, hey, it's Lando here, and I'm at the designer's desk of Cody with your all-new M48A3 Patton.
Patton. You got it.
Tank.
Congratulations.
Made in Vietnam, made for Vietnam.
Made
with
for
Vietnam.
Made with Vietnam in mind.
There we go. Okay.
No, not really. Yeah.
Do tell.
Do tell? Actually, I don't have to because I've done this tank several times, so you already know all the history. I don't have to say anything. That's how it works. No? Okay.
Maybe just do a little bit of history.
Yeah, I'll do a little bit of
for this specific variant. Yes, you have done this a couple times, so it's cool to see this in this colorway.
So, it's the third tank that has been officially named after General Patton. There's the M46, M47, now the M48. This was used particularly in Vietnam, and largely, but it's still used all around the world. The M48 variant, of course. Expanding on that, there's the M60 that comes later on, which I've done several of those as well. Not officially called the Patton. The M60 line wasn't, but still a derivative of the M48 Patton tank. So yeah, that's what we're going off of.
That's what we're going off of. Cool. Obviously, this is the first time we've done it in this color scheme. Any reason behind that?
Ooh, fake news.
Fake news? What?
Fake news.
What are you talking about?
This is a reissue.
Have we done this in this?
Yes. So this is my first Patton build.
Let me start over.
A couple years ago. A couple years ago.
My thing. Why do you do that?
It's my thing.
No, it's not. Where should we start from?
Yeah, so it was designed in the 50s. There's a few variants before that. There's the M46, M47, now the M48, and which was, I guess, originally sort of based off of the Pershing tank. And so it's a stepping stone, like a lot of tanks were. Sure. Built more to counteract the Russian tanks of the time, the T lines, which every Russian tank had T as a preface. So I didn't see a lot of tank-on-tank combat in Vietnam. It's mostly just infantry support. And the Army had it, the Marines had it, and yeah, it's just mostly there. So basically its major opponent was rocket-propelled grenades. Right. Yeah, I think it did see some tank-on-tank combat with South Vietnamese military, not specifically the U.S. military. Okay. During the conflict anyways. Yeah, that's the tank. So it's Lego-wise, I just updated the original M48 I made a couple years ago.
Yeah. You want to go over that? What are some notable updates or?
Yeah. So there's mostly just kind of cosmetic stuff. I shrunk the tires down a little bit. Yeah. The road wheels are a little bit smaller, a little bit more accurate size-wise. There is a tire stretching deal going on. So you're taking
this is some advanced techniques right here.
Some super advanced techniques that I came up with.
Oh.
Did you hear something?
What?
So I was always sort of opposed to the idea of stretching a tire over a 2x2 round, even though it's been done by Brickmania in the past. And then I realized that you can take a 2x2 cone and put it over the 2x2 round plates and stretch the tire over it. Andrew Summer says it was his idea, but
there's a feud going on.
Yeah, there's a feud.
Wow.
There's definitely a feud going on.
Wow.
Anyways, so it's actually really super simple technique.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a problem with it, and it looks nice. It's a nice, clean, realistic looking wheel.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it still has that sort of fake suspension going on. Looks cool when you roll over stuff or position it in a way in a mock. Rolling over something.
Do it.
With my finger?
Yeah.
I'll use my finger.
Whoa.
Cool.
Can we get an instant replay of that? Slow motion instant replay. Nice. Very cool.
Very nice. We have a Brick Arms printed barrel, 76 millimeter barrel. It's a 90 millimeter gun in the tank, but it has that really nice taper to it, like the real tank does. I updated my bore evacuator, updated the muzzle brake, and the mantlet. So pretty much everything from here forward is brand new. Printed the gun sight and the gun position in the mantlet, and then printed Pray for Clutch.
Pray for Clutch. Was that based off something?
Based off of a book.
Okay.
So if you guys know what I'm talking about, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's a cool Lego pun spin-off of an actual book.
Right on.
We have printed stars on the sides of the turret, sticker star on the front, and we have the USMC, and that's the kit name or kit number on the side. There's also an
That's on
Army
both
sticker.
sides. Ah.
So you can swap it out for Army, which would make more sense for the stars, but I just wanted to show you that you have options within the kit. Printed grills on the back. And on my original model, you couldn't open the engine doors
But now,
to access the back of the engine or the servo motors, but now you can.
nice.
Now you can access it. It opens a little bit wider than previous versions of like the M60 that I initially had the doors opening on.
What was the? I guess you're able to open the doors now. What changed between this model and the previous one?
You can open the doors now.
Well, right.
It's so it actually is. It's more of a simplified design.
Yeah.
So I started with the original model going studs down. I learned that from Dan when he built his helicopters. I think it was the Pave Hawk. He had studs down, so I was like, oh, I really want to do that technique. And inverted curved slopes didn't exist at the time. Still don't really in this color.
Yeah.
So same main hull design, studs down, and then transfers to up, studs up. So I was able to create a smaller turret ring. I kept largely the same turret, but I was able to incorporate the opening of the engine back behind it. It's a really sturdy connection. So before I just had an axle connecting it, but now there's a nice snappable snap stud turntable underneath, so the turret is nice and strong. Overall, it's just a lot of improvements of some simple things that it just didn't think needed to be updated when I originally created it, but suspension is stronger. It's not going to fall apart. I guess that's one huge update that it was plate connections before, and it was only 2 studs connecting each wheel, so they would want to separate, but now it's stronger. It's much more like the M60s I've made previous to this.
Yeah. That's cool. Going back. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just
thought it was cool that even though there's different tanks, there's similar techniques that different builders you guys are using, kind of building off of other models. Seemingly unrelated models might have some very similar internal detailing, so that's cool.
And making less assumptions too. There are some things that I assumed about the tank that I didn't read on originally.
Oh yeah.
So I thought they just had boxes on the sides. I totally left out the air cleaners in the original model. So there's air cleaners on both sides of the engine. Just little things like that. I actually made the upper hull, the fenders, more narrow. It's a brick overall, more narrow. So half a brick on each side. Give it a little bit more of a, I guess it's more accurate, really.
Yeah.
That's why I made it that way.
Cool.
Kept the same curvature on the front slope. There is a way to put a tanker in here now.
Ah.
You can just remove that.
What
and
we
you
got there?
You can stick a guy in there, and you can close that around his head, so just his head is sticking up. His shoulders are still hidden inside. That's an improvement from the original. And
Want me to go over?
Fig.
Yeah.
Since
All right.
Since I'm talking about
Since
fig
we're talking
stuff.
about that. Actually, kind of cool. This is a fairly simple, straightforward figure, but I think it's like to good effect here. So we got the just bare sleeves. It's hot and muggy out there. You got this brick arms vest, really cool. And then so I got put together some new artwork for the legs on this minifigure. Let me get a better angle of this. So it's new artwork for the legs here. There is a cool pistol here on the side. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It is I'm blanking. I forget what it is. So yeah, there's a cool pistol holster on the side. You get your jungle boots, and yeah, a little bit of simulated pants texture going on there. So
Simulated pants.
simulated pants.
He's not wearing pants. They're just simulated pants.
These are simulated pants texture. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and he fits in there, right? That's what you're saying?
He fits in there. He fits in the commander's cupola on top, and that.
You want to show that off? You want to show that off?
Yeah. And there's a spot for the loader's position as well. So yeah, basically the turret's the same.
So you can just sit up there. I like the little backrest that pops up, right?
A lot of times they would sit on that. That serves as a seat. It's kind of got a nice rounded edge to it. Doesn't really translate well in Lego, but in real life, thumbs up.
So you're just sitting up there?
Yeah. And a lot of times also they would remove the 50 caliber from inside and put it on top. It's more dangerous, but you know, who cares? And sometimes they would give him a 50 caliber too.
Wow.
In the
bristling with
in the gunner
weaponry here.
position. Yeah. Oh yeah. And sometimes they, you know, they would put like tents on top to protect from the sun.
They would.
I mean, they're just hanging out, really.
Yeah. They had a lot of time to kill, I think, right?
Yeah.
Just sort of decking out their vehicles. You see that with a lot of other vehicles in Vietnam, just decking them out. Those Vietnam gun trucks are crazy, like that kind of stuff.
Really cool. And they just cover it with sandbags or the boxes of.
This is a nice straight, like basic model here. It's a good basic model, ready for some cool customization.
Absolutely.
Which is always one of my favorite things to see is a customized Brickmania kit.
Especially these.
Yeah.
Vietnam stuff, and just deck it out. I love to see pictures of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always cool for Vietnam luck.
Anything else that you'd like to go over on this?
I don't think so.
Covered all the bases.
Just a solid tank.
Solid tank with you have a. Did we go over this? It's geared on the inside. You can move this around.
So. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Got everything. Awesome. All right. This is Cody's newest M48A3 tank, the Patton.
Patton.
Right.
Yeah.
For Vietnam era and beyond.
And beyond.
For more information, please check out brickmania.com. Thanks for watching.